GeoCinema app.
The SA20 is in top gear, and the action is masterful. Don't miss a moment of exciting cricketing action from the SA20, January 10th to February 11th, live on the GeoCinema app and Sports 18.
GeoCinema app.
The SA20 is in top gear, and the action is masterful. Don't miss a moment of exciting cricketing action from the SA20, January 10th to February 11th, live on the GeoCinema app and Sports 18.
GeoCinema app.
The SA20 is in top gear, and the action is masterful. Don't miss a moment of exciting cricketing action from the SA20, January 10th to February 11th, live on the GeoCinema app and Sports 18. The SA20 is in top gear, and the action is masterful. Don't miss a moment of exciting cricketing action from the SA20, January 10th to February 11th, live on the GeoCinema app and Sports 18. The SA20 is in top gear. Action is masterful. Don't miss a moment of exciting cricketing action from the SA20, January 10th to February 11th, live on the GeoCinema app and Sports 18. Action from the SA20, January 10th to February 11th, live on the GeoCinema app and Sports 18. January 10th to February 11th, live. Action from the SA20, January 10th to February 11th, live on the GeoCinema app and Sports 18.
SA20 tournament against the PRL Royals, who went down yesterday, and they want to just pick up their socks a bit today, I'm sure. So it really is going to be an important game. Obviously, it's a knockout game. Wayne Parnell is on the sidelines again. He did the groin a few weeks ago, and he's been struggling ever since. PRL Royals, by the way, won the toss, and they elected to bowl first, and people are coming in their droves. Here's the two standing umpires getting ready to go. Adrian Holdstock and umpire Palika on the right. A couple of guys who are very experienced. Maria Rasmus is the TV umpire, so we've got three terrific umpires for semi-final number one. I've got Ashwell Prince. I've also got Sean Pollock alongside me. For starters, the Capitals. Sean?
Yeah, they've been a pretty settled side. It's Salt and Mendes. I think they are absolutely key for the Pretoria Capitals. Mendes has stepped in nicely to replace the value contribution what Will Jacks was giving to the order. De Bruyne, maybe we can get a bit more from him. Rousseau's had some firepower, but hasn't really gone on to get a big score. I think an important innings last night for Colin Ingram. Just gave a bit of solidity to the middle order and showed them that they're capable. Then they got the 6 bowling options, and Neesham, never mind his batting, his bowling. Keep an eye out for his fielding. But for me, the two key in the bowling department, Rashid and Nortje. Nortje is bowling rockets, and Adil Rashid has plenty of experience to go with that.
The PRL Royals then for this first semi-final. Sterling goes at the top with Jason Roy. Butler was outstanding last night. There's a couple of changes for PRL Royals from last night. Dane Villas is one of them. He slots in at number 4, replaces Mitchell van Buren. David Miller, Owen Morgan, Jones, powerful middle order, and then Sportain and Gidi and Shamsi to round it off.
Righto, a couple of experienced players in the middle. Fell Salt. What a fine play here. It's wasn't a...
Nothing's gonna stop me. I'm vibing. Whatever comes my way, I'm living this wonderful day.
With Apollo Tires, have a wonderful day.
Helps beat sensitivity fast. Sensodyne Rapid Relief.
Yeah, the countdown has started. We're almost getting to start time. But it was interesting, Lungi and Giddy only bowled the third over yesterday, and I thought that was a mistake, so I'm into this idea. I think this is fantastic, and he's got the potential to pick up a wicket in his first 6 balls.
He's got a slip as well. He's chomping at the bit to go, the big fella. Lungi and Giddy, he wants to set the tone. The lights are on. This crowd is buzzing too, by the way. A little bit of a murmur of anticipation for semi-final number 1. Second semi is also tomorrow. Here we go, Lungi and Giddy to Salt. Brings that third man into play straight away.
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of attention at what the surface is going to do. That first one looks okay. That looks like it's come through nicely. I'll be very concerned about that. But I think Paul Royals will spend a lot of time about these two batters. They've got to believe if they can make an early breakthrough, they can put these Pretoria Capitals under immense pressure. The middle order hasn't been at its best. They've relied on these two and Will Jacks throughout the tournament. And I think that's what the thinking is here with Lungi and Goody. Come on, Lungi, they're saying to him, pick us up a wicket. Find the edge. We've given you a slip. Let's get us off to that start.
It's the same pitch that was used when the rain-curtailed game about 10 days ago, where the Paarl Royals got 70 in their power play. But a shape, nice shape from Giddy.
Yeah, and a bit of bounce as well. That first run down to third man, thick outside edge, and some nice away movement, and a bit of bounce outside of stump for Lungi and Giddy.
Another factor, of course, when you're playing at the Bullring in Johannesburg. Lovely shape of the seam as well. 6,000 feet above sea level. The ball travels. Oh, there's a bit of extra bounce. A little bit of a glance at the pitch from Ngidi as well. As that just gripped a bit.
Yeah, if you think of the surface of the last few games that we've watched, everyone's been concerned about the lack of bounce, and maybe it's staying down, and you can't get that out of your mind as a player. You're thinking, when you look at it, it's got puzzle pieces, it's bare of grass. Will it carry through? So I think there's going to be the quick assessment. AB de Villiers talked about how quickly they need to analyse, work out what the surface is going to do, and adjust their game plan accordingly.
Yeah, good shot, Sean. I reckon with those first 3 balls, they could have figured more bounce on offer today.
Now that's come back at Mendes, wrapped him on the glove. Shy at the stump, that's going to run away as well. The shy at the stump was there, so there's no extra run taken with the Betway SA20 playing conditions. But there's a look at that hand of his. He's got a little bit of a pounding with this delivery.
I think it's more the movement that does for him. I mean, if it had bounced straight up, he probably would have dealt with it. But because it nips back so much, you can see it makes contact. And you've got the extra protection on the 2 larger fingers on the right hand, and then the smaller ones don't really have as much protection. That's where it's made the contact. The magic spray, I'm sure it'll try and do its job. And I'll be hoping that there's nothing too serious about this, because Mendes played well yesterday. And I'll be hoping he can make a big contribution again today.
Well, since Will Jacks has gone, he's slipped in seamlessly, actually, Mendes. He's been such an important player for them. And got runs in the first game he played at SuperSport Park, and they came up to the high felt. Something's got to give here. The gloves a little bit. The bat handle doesn't give, but the finger has to give, sadly, for Kushal Mendes.
Yeah, he's getting some attention.
Downstairs to KP.
Yeah, just quite interesting, guys, that the different perspective. Look how far Jos Buttler's standing away from the stumps. And just when you have a look at Lungi and Ngidi, and he's bowling from where he's bowling from. It just gives such a beautiful perspective, and it actually makes it quite difficult to understand how crazy we were to face this stuff on a wicket like the Wanderers. So I'm not surprised that somebody from the subcontinent has been wrapped on the fingers here just because of the bounce that we have got here at the Wanderers, and how far Jos Buttler is stood back. But this is from last night, just up the road, and he is a fabulous player, and he'll want to get himself in. Now, so Sean Pollock's talking about the magic spray. I think the magic spray is out at the moment because the Pretoria Capitals will want him to continue the way that he was playing 24 hours ago. Some serious striking. Boys, he can play. Back up to you upstairs.
KP, thanks very much. He certainly can. And just looking at that little package from last night, he scores runs in different areas to what a Phil Salt will do. So he's very strong square, the wicket in particular. You don't see him drives down the ground very often, but he's a fine player. He's been around for a long time these days. He's been very experienced.
Yeah, what I would say about the Sri Lankans in his era is they've often been guilty of getting into fifth gear and not being able to adjust from there. Whereas last night, I thought he did that well. He was like fifth or sixth. Got the innings off to a fast start, but then held back for a while, 2 or 3 or 4 overs, and then became aggressive again. So he really controlled his innings well last night.
Right, it looks like we're good to start again. He'll have his tail up now.
2 slips in place now, Hayes.
Yep. 2 balls to go in this over. As a dip at it.
Yeah, he's coming through nicely as Lungingidi. He'll enjoy the shape and the bounce. Here's a look at the over thus far. Shape consistent. One that nipped back.
Salt's not adverse, by the way, of looking for a big boundary, looking for a 6 actually in the first over. He often has done that when he's been playing T20 cricket in the UK. That last shot that he played, he might have been eyeing up the bleachers in front of the scoreboard. Last ball of the over. Not the last ball of the over. Exercise for umpire Palika.
Yeah, and Giddy tried to get the little appeal out there to try and influence that it maybe it just rubbed up against the thigh pad. But I think the conditions out there, we talk about the pitch, that's one thing, but the humidity out there, the amount of moisture that's present, and the fact that there's no breeze means that you're going to get some swing through the air. This is the kind of bowling conditions you want if you're a bowler who gets some movement through the air.
Lovely sight, this ground, one of the finest grounds in the cricketing world. Big swing and a mess. He's not happy with himself. Phil Salt either. A mutter. 3 for none.
Pretoria Capitals are 3 runs for no loss.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
इनकी अब ये लाइफ है, कंट्रोल करता पाइल्स है, सोसाइटी के चेयरमैन यू जो चेयर से डरे, बोलो क्यों?
करवाऊं मैं जो सर्जरी तो लॉन्ग होगी रिकवरी, लाइफ को होल्ड पे रखना नहीं होगा मुझसे डॉक्टर जी।
तो प्रेस्टीन केयर पे आना। प्रेस्टीन केयर के एडवांस लेजर ट्रीटमेंट्स दें मिनिमम कट और बेटर रिकवरी। जब पाइल सर्जरी हो करवाना, प्रेस्टीन केयर पे आना।
Whenever I had ice cream or cold water, I would experience a sharp shooting sensation, so I just kept ignoring it. Even my hot chai was giving me the same amount of discomfort. My dentist recommended Sensodyne, so now I can be completely carefree and sip my hot cup of tea. It really works.
Parties in the house, come in and shout it out, shout it out.
Sing! Start a balcony chorus. Why not? Tubog Zero, packaged drinking water.
Centre of screen. Imtiaz Patel, there he is, right in front there. Nice to see Imtiaz here, as always. Right, so 3 overs gone. Bit of spin. 14. Did the job so brilliantly at Pole.
Yeah, he did do it brilliantly at Pole, but outside of Pole, they've only taken 2 wickets as a spinning combination, so that will be an area of concern.
Yeah, that's a big area of concern. But of course, this is Bjorn Fortuyn's home ground in domestic cricket, so he's done very well for Power Royals in Par. But domestic cricket, this is also his home ground, so a bit of knowledge.
Oh, Oh, that's turned a little bit. He normally just skids on. That's gripped the fraction.
And bounced, Daisy, and bounced. It's gone over the top of the stumps. Length delivery. I could have thought maybe it's going to clatter in. So this is a little bit more purchase than we saw at Centurion yesterday. So Mendes is going to have to adjust. Have a look at this. It's a proper turn, proper bounce.
2 allowed outside the circle in the first 6 overs. The power play. There's one at long off, one at deep backward square. He will come into play with that shot. In front of the bleachers, the yellow bleachers these days.
3 in the first over. That's the lowest first over for the Pretoria Capitals in the tournament.
Yeah, you need a steady start. You can pick it up. You just don't want to lose early wickets.
They have been so good in the power play throughout the tournament. They've been going at 10.7. That is some going on average. That is brilliant from the Pretoria Capitals. Wickets for Fortain. Economy rate is extremely good at 6.39. Almost all of them. Powell, that's away. That's going to be a boundary to sign off the over. They needed that really. 5 from it, 2 gone, 8 for none.
Yeah, it's real quality, because if you have a look at the line of this delivery, it is not wide.
You don't want me to sing? What about dancing? You just want me to say the lines. Download Cred now to pay all your bills, credit card, electricity, to win big rewards. I thought this was a Cred ad.
Polo tires have a wonder.
Again. Let's crack that away. Back on a square, 4 runs. Out of the middle.
Yeah, Kusal Mendes, he's away. He gets his first boundary. Lungingidi offering some width. Mendes cracks it away back with a point.
He's offered up a little bit of width, but the length he's bowled so far, Lungi, has been full. The only difference this one is it's the same width but short. And Mendes is able to adjust, see what it does off the surface, and plays it beautifully. So back-to-back boundaries. Is this them getting the innings started?
Terrific bowling from Ngidi.
The thing I would say, Hayes, is if you have a look at the 3 other bowlers that have to come on for the Paarl Royals, they're not really suited to bowling in the power play. You know, and Ndile Petlakwayo doesn't do that role. If he's forced to, he will. But his skills are to spread the field and then take it from there. Evan Jones is the same. He loves to run in with a bit of protection, hit back of a length. And we know Shamsi, with his variations, prefers the protection. So they might have to push Lungi and Bjorn Fontaine as much as they can in this initial 6.
They do have only 5 bowlers really as well. Jones, Fortain, Petlakwayo and Shamsi and Ngidi, and Sterling bowls a bit of off-spin. So they'll be hoping they don't need him, but I guess he is an extra option.
2.3 overs gone so far in the first semi-final here in the Betway SA20. The Power Royals bowling options: Lungingidi, Petlakwayo, Jones, the seamers, and then Shamsi, Fortain and Sterling can bowl some off spinners.
Capitals have got 6. A couple of out-and-out spinners in Rashid and Mutasami. Advancing over the top. Quickly away for a boundary.
Yeah, we've seen him do this a couple of times in the tournament. He loves to use his feet to try and upset the length of the bowlers, trying to go over extra cover. And all he can do is get a thick edge, but he gets the desired result. That's the slow ball. We saw it last night, the slow delivery, and it got rid of Full Salt. He played a very similar shot. That time it just looped up and was taken by Jos Buttler. This time it clears the slips and goes away to the fence.
So 9 from this over so far. This can be a big one. 2 balls left. That'll be on the mind of Phil Salt. He'll be looking to further assault. Big swing and a miss that time. A bit of a glance back at Ngidi. Salt is looking for a towards square leg straight away. A little extra bounce maybe.
Yeah, but it's the Power Royals that's persisting with the two slips. Capital's batters looking to throw the bat. And what a difference a day makes. 2.5 overs into the game. Yesterday, it was boundaries flying all over the place. Today, well, conditions suit the seam bowlers, and Ngidi is doing a good job, 9 of the overs so far. But certainly better conditions for the seam bowlers.
Driving down the ground, it's only going to be 1. So in the end, it's 10, 18 for none.
Far. It's where you dream a silly dream. Or a big one. Dream you're yet to dream. Go places. Go far.
Bonjour, mon amour, t'es bizarre sous la pluie. En ce jour, on s'est étreint à notre tour, oh mon amour.
Louis-Philippe Sheen.
ये है रैपिडो वाला कॉन्फिडेंस। रैपिडो का बाद लो प्राइस, कंफर्टेबल और क्विक। पहली राइड पर 50% ऑफ। अब टाइम से पहुंचो। रैपिडो, बाइक वाली टैक्सी। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Parties in the house, come in and shout it out, shout it out.
Sing! Start a balcony chorus. Why not? Tubog Zero, packaged drinking water.
Them on the weekend, Hazy. Fantastic atmosphere at Orlando Stadium.
Jos Buttler, he's been a real star. That's hammered. Straight to long off, single only. 639 runs in 4 weeks for Jos Buttler, if you throw in the runs against South Africa and the 3 one-dayers as well. Beautifully bowled by Fortuyn.
He normally hovers around 97, 98. That one was 85. We saw one example yesterday. It was 82. And it's a great variation because people see him as just a fast skidder.
Yeah, and you can absolutely see Mendes lining up the big shot.
That's an edge, leading edge, should be taken, is going to be pouched. Sterling has picked up that wicket. They'll be delighted with that. That is a big one. Mendes has been in really good nick.
Yeah, and Bjorn Fortuyn, he strikes again. A lot of talk about all these wickets being taken at the Power Ground, but he strikes the first blow here at the Wanderers. And it's Kusal Mendes, the big wicket, the form player from last night. He's the first one to go. Comfortable catch taken by Sterling.
Yeah, just cut across it, didn't he? Didn't get the full face of the bat going straight down the ground. He goes for 7. The breakthrough's made, 19 for 1.
Glide like the wind.
Bowling options and Nisham. Never mind his batting, his bowling. Keep an eye out for his free. Bowling options and Nisham. Never mind his batting, his bowling. Keep an eye out for his free. Bowling options and Nisham. Never mind his batting, his bowling. Keep an eye out for his free. Bowling options and Nisham. Never mind his batting, his bowling. Keep an eye out for his free.
chat with Joss Butler before the game about that, an interview, and he said it's just such a challenge facing him. He says he's quick, he's lightning quick, but it's a real challenge and experience. Advancing, they might be able to come back for the second. Not out of the middle, they do.
The key for me.
Lift it up, yep, lift it up. Have no fears, yeah.
Nice poster. Hard down the ground, straight. That's gone for 4. That's a beautiful shot.
That's a top shot. And just a nod from Shamsi as if to say, okay, you got me. You got me there. Fantastic footwork. Gets to the pitch of the ball. Ethan Bosch. Flat over the bowler's head.
Prompts a field change. Owen Morgan is going into the offside now. He's gone away from mid-wicket. The bowl a little bit wider. What wide does, though, is it creates room. And when you've got a batter who's looking to go downtown and as strong a hitter as he is, you give him that width. You give him the room. Up here at what, 6,000 feet above sea level. It only takes half a bat, Hazy, and it's gone.
They reckon about 12 metres further the ball travels here at this ground compared to if you're playing at sea level.
More with the golf clubs. Way more.
14 off the last over, 9 off this one so far. Chopped away, straight to the fielder, no run. Morgan it was, 115 for 5.
झाके झरोके से झाके देख के दंग है छोटे बड़े सारे झाके रे झाके फ्यूचर को ये ताके तरक्की को टुक टुक हर कोई ताके झाके रे झाके
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
आज से मैं अपना गेम चेंज कर रहा हूँ। अरे क्रिकेट नहीं, मेरा नया मोबाइल गेम विंजो। गेम्स तमाम, जीतो करोड़ों इनाम। विंजो, अब गेम बदल दो। डाउनलोड फ्रॉम winzogames.com। इस खेल में वित्तीय जोखिम है या आदत लग सकती है, जिम्मेदारी से खेलें।
Stumping, I think, when he first did it. So there's the pulsing white deliveries, the 2 wickets. Good work from Shamsi. Initially it was a stumping, and he wanted to know from the third umpire how far out of the crease he was. And now it's developed to a bit of fun. He just loves his cricket, enjoys celebrating, and he's done it around the world. Righto. This man is key at this time. Bowls a lot of slower balls. You'll see that almost from the very first delivery at the back. That's gone over the top, and that's gone for 4. That's a nice way to start against Ngidi for Rizzo.
Yeah, he's waited a long time to find any sort of rhythm. Has Riley Rizzo, but just in his last 6 or 7 deliveries, he's starting to find some timing, and he could yet be the crucial man out there for the Capitals towards the end of this innings.
That's a pace-on delivery, and that's gone 1 bounce and 4. So back-to-back boundaries to start.
Isn't he a dangerous player, Riley Rizzo? He's gone to 47, he's got 3 4s and he's got 3 6s. And what I love about what he's doing here is he's waiting for the slower delivery. Every single time Ngidi bowls, he's thinking slower delivery, slower delivery. If you wait for that slow delivery, you can smack it. And then with pace on, you can just instinctively just carve it away through backward point or drive it through the offside. Big pressure on Ngidi now. 4 4.
It goes back to that slower delivery. Let's look at the connection. The second boundary to be scored. Rousseau on the leg side. Call is for 2. Might be able to add 2. Can add 2. 50 runs. Nicely played from Riley Rousseau. This is really important. 51 now. 3 sixes, 4 fours. 38 balls only.
Yeah, he's absolutely flying now, and it's appreciated by his teammates in the dugout. It's appreciated by each and everyone who's come out to the Wanderers. Riley Rousseau, his first 50 for the competition. And it's in the semi-final. Big match, big player coming to the party.
2 balls left in this over now. It's gone for 12. And it's a wide. Reset that.
For 5. Thinking 140. Only an over ago. Maybe 150. Can they get to 160? With Riley Rousseau at the crease, I think anything's possible. Such a clean striker of the ball. Hits the ball so hard. Saw that drive at extra cover a little bit earlier. I think Jason Roy got in the way. Tried to get out the way. Couldn't get out the way because he hit the ball so hard. 51 from 38 now. Ngidi, change of plan. Around the wicket. Mid-off goes back.
Slower delivery again, but this is dead straight. One bounce. It screams away for a boundary.
He's a special talent, and he's displaying that right now on our screens. Some absolutely fantastic strike play here. Look at that. The width is there. Another slow ball. He's not bluffing. That slow ball's getting met.
Setup is good too. Just move across a little bit. Expecting it. That's nicely bowled. Nicely bowled. Shy at the stumps as well. Oh, shy at the stumps would have been out. 18 runs off that over. 18 gone now. 133 for 5. That's a top over for the Capitals.
Made for mountains. Made for rain. Tame every turn. Rule every terrain. 0-degree steel-belted radials. Engineered for speeds up to 270 kilometers per hour. The widest range of two-wheeler radial tires. Eurogrip tires by TVS.
What we've just seen here from Riley Rousseau in the last half hour or so is why he does get picked up in franchises, why he got back into that South African setup. Because he hits it hard, he hits it long. And he's a left-hander that is very, very destructive.
He got 40 off 19 balls in the last, in fact, 2 games ago. Got just 13 yesterday, but he's making up for it at the moment. 56 off 40. Really good work. 41 runs off the last 3 overs. That is top work. Almost all to Rousseau, basically.
Yeah, Rousseau's gone 26 of his last 11 deliveries. It's been a real struggle up until then, but he's worked hard, he's earned the right, he's found the timing, and he's all set to go now.
On strike again. Petlakwayo, ball straight, picks that up, and he's out. So Petlakwayo's got him caught on the boundary. Hit it pretty well, but picked out the fielder perfectly.
Yeah, he struck it nicely. Riley Rousseau didn't quite get the elevation, and he picked out the man on the boundary. It went straight at Sterling. He didn't have to move. That's his favourite shot. That's the shot that went absolutely miles before. On this occasion, he doesn't get the elevation, and it's Owen Morgan with the catch. Petlakwayo, he picks up his second. Riley Rousseau goes for 56 or 41 deliveries. A fantastic innings, and the Pretoria Capitals won 3-3 for 6.
Whenever I had ice cream or cold water, I would experience a sharp shooting sensation, so I just kept ignoring it. Even my hot chai was giving me the same amount of discomfort. My dentist recommended Sensodyne, so now I can be completely carefree and sip my hot cup of tea. It really works.
Sami now. Strike round under the 100 mark. We haven't seen a great deal of him with the bats. He's done a pretty tidy job with the ball, though.
He's been successful with that shot this evening, so you can't blame him for trying to continue the momentum. You got 56 from not many deliveries. You got to just keep going. 12 deliveries were left then.
Oh, one has got, I think he got a fingertip on that. That was a great dive from Petroquaya, looking for his third. He's got 2 at the moment.
Yeah, fantastic change of pace. He's deceived Mutasami. Come off the inside edge. Leapt all the way across the pitch. Just out of reach.
Right, so this is now a little bit of a challenge. Good overs while Rousseau was there. 2 for 19, 4 balls remaining from completing his spell. Petroquaya, it's been really good work from him. Jammed into the pads, no run.
They always talk about wickets slowing down the run rate, and you can see exactly why here now. Especially when you get a big wicket of Riley Rousseau. Batters are going to come together. They're always going to communicate. They're always going to try and help each other out. And talk about where to hit the ball, how to hit the ball, and it's amazing what that little fist pump does. It gives you comfort knowing that you've got a buddy out there, a buddy that's supporting you to hit the big ones. They need a big one.
That's pretty good connection. Has that gone all the way? Yep. Is it a catch? Nope.
They get that big one. It's exactly what they need, the Pretoria Capitals, the momentum. That's the 345th sixth of the Betway SA20 this season. Is it a catch, Ash?
Now they put another one down, Kev. They've had a few opportunities. Another one's been put down. We spoke about wickets, though. Stopping the run rate or slowing the run rate. But Bosch is playing a little cameo. He's 18 off just 8 deliveries.
Slower delivery that time. He's picked that up to us. Bounced just inside the advertising triangle for more.
Yeah, it's a much needed impetus to this innings here now from Ethan Bosch. Back-to-back boundaries. Petroquaya, change of pace again. Too short again. And Bosch playing a hand. He's playing a fantastic hand.
Looks like a double hit there. Have a look at this. Looks like he hits it there and then there. Triple hit, actually. Bang, bang, bang. Maybe have a look at it after this over.
Last ball. Now that's gone high. Who wants it? Butler said he wants it. Into the dark sky. Oh, it's a good catch too. He practices many of those, Josh Butler. It's nicely taken. Loud call from him.
It went as high as we've seen a ball hit. Right up into the night sky. But as is the calm Josh Butler, he was never dropping this. Not at all. Not for anything. 22 from 10 is very good. 144 for 7.
Parties in the house. Come in and shout it out. Shout it out.
Sing. Start a balcony chorus. Why not? Geobox Zero. Packaged drinking water.
It's not an easy track to bat on. They're going to have some quality spin in their department too. The Capitals. Good work from Petroquaya. 3 for 29. That's really good stuff from him.
Let's give it up also for Andile Petroquaya.
Miguel Pretorius in at number 9. Can they get to the 160 mark? Can they get 16 off this last over? It's going to take some serious hitting from Mutasami, I think, in particular.
You can hit him. Pretorius, long levers. He can definitely clear the boundary.
This lower delivery. Right, pace on delivery.
Only a couple of centimeters away from being a monster. Right at the bottom of the bat. Just chalked it. Ball flew as much as it does here. David Miller, he knows how important that wicket is. He knows how important all 7 wickets have been.
There's a slower delivery. That's nicely bowled. Halfway down and run out. Joss Butler's dead-eye deck.
Yeah, he's just fumbled it. Bounced in front of him. And the big ball striker, Miguel Pretorius, he's trying to get himself on strike. But the ball doesn't go far away from Butler, and his pinpoint accuracy hits the middle stump. Pretorius goes without facing the ball. And Pretoria Capitals 1-4-4 for 8 now.
From Joss Butler. Well, this guy's going to enjoy bowling on this surface, I'm sure.
And coming in at number 10 for Victoria Capitals, you better, Adil Rashid.
Adil Rashid has got a bit of batting to do. There's 4 balls left in this innings. He is going to love bowling on this track, particularly with the variety that he does have. Giddy again. That's going to be a wide.
You guys think this is a 145 for 8 wickets?
I don't think it's ever played nicely. I think Nader Sow had to work hard to get himself into a position where eventually he got the face of the pitch. There's another fantastic look at that throw from Butler.
Slower delivery again from Ngidi. He bowls that so often.
It's just been hard to hit balls all night long, and they didn't get a partnership going.
Let's look at that slower deliveries that Ngidi does bowl. High percentage of these slower deliveries. Let's look at yesterday, actually, the slower deliveries. Picked up a couple of wickets. He's got 2. One that goes away a fraction, which it did on that occasion. Come back to that as well. He's hit that pretty well. In fact, he's hit it not all the way, but it hits the advertising triangle on the full. It might be 6, actually. If it hit on the full, it is 6.
Yeah, the umpire's going to have a look at this one, but a fantastic strike from Adil Rashid. Not easy. Not easy to come and strike the ball on this, but I reckon it's just clipped the cushion on the way down, Hazy, for the maximum.
Yeah, I think that's 6. I'll go upstairs, slow this ball right down, and we're going to see. I think it hits definitely on the full. Yeah, I think that's 6. A welcome 6. Take the Pretoria Capitals over 150.
Yeah, I think it hit the O on... Oh, no, 4's been given. I thought it hit the cushion first.
I'm not having that either.
I think that was 6.
Absolutely, that was 6.
2 balls left.
So important, those runs. A couple of runs. I mean, wow.
On a low-scoring fixture in the semi-final.
Is this the 6? So we're going to have a look at it here. I mean, just have a look at this. There is absolutely no way that this is at the field of play before it's hit the boundary rope. No, I'm not having it. It hits it there and then goes down. That is 6, Hazy.
Hits the O on .co.za. Right in the bullseye first. Going over the top again. It's the last ball of the innings. It's going to be another boundary. It's going to be an important boundary too. It takes them past that 150 mark. 153 for 8. We reckon maybe 2 more, but that doesn't really matter too much at this stage. So 20 overs up. They struggled all along. 153 for 8 is the score, and here's the final boundary.
Yeah, they never really got any momentum throughout the innings. Neither Rousseau played a good innings. Other than that, it's been a real struggle, but they get over 150 and they got a competitive score on the board. Adil Rashid, he helps himself to a couple of boundaries. They're enjoying it. The game's on.
The game really is on, Ash. I think we have a game on here nicely now. It is a semi-final, 153 for 8 after 20 overs. David Milley would have been very happy half an hour ago. Very, very, very happy. But I think that the Pretoria Capitals have just...
ये है रैपिडो वाला कॉन्फिडेंस। रैपिडो का बाद लो प्राइस, कंफर्टेबल और क्विक। पहली राइड पर 50% ऑफ। अब टाइम से पहुंचो। रैपिडो, बाइक वाली टैक्सी। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Let me guess, you want me to be dressed up like an 80s hero and recreate old Bollywood song? Not Bollywood, 80s Kannada song. Santoshake, talake kunidu. Just say the line. Download Cred and never miss a single due date. This is a Cred ad, right?
Tabriz Shamsi with me. You gave the ball a real rip. 4 overs, 19 for 2. Enjoyed that?
Yeah, that was really nice. There's a little bit of turn in the wicket, so yeah, it was nice for us to exploit that a little bit.
The other thing that we saw was the bounce. It was a lot more than what was expected. How difficult will it be to get these runs now?
Yeah, look, it's not going to be easy by any means, but, you know, we have a lot of experienced batsmen in our lineup. We're up against a good bowling unit as well, so it's going to be a good contest, but, you know, if we bat sensibly and the way we know we can, we should be able to chase it because of the experience that we have.
And David said at the toss, 160, 170. You guys would be happy with 153, give them 154 to chase?
Yeah, really happy with that. Like I said, it's not going to be easy, but I'm quietly confident in the abilities of our batsmen.
Now, one last thing before I let you go. Who did you call tonight?
It was, as always, the third umpire to confirm if it was out or not out.
Well, he says it's out. Thanks for talking to us and good luck for the rest of the game. It's back up to you guys.
Thanks, Aruj. Last 5 overs, 61 runs were scored as we look at the partnerships, and the pick of the partnerships was Rousseau and Bosch. 42 off 20, that was really good. 33 between Ingram and Rousseau. But that's about it, I'm afraid. Nothing at the top.
Yeah, bowler-friendly conditions tonight. Nungangiri, we've gone wicketless this evening, but it was the spinner's forte. He was fantastic at the start. Pet Lakwayo picked up 3 for 29. He was the pick. And Shamsi, 4 overs, 2 for 19, just conceding 4.75 to the over. He was outstanding as well.
We are halfway through this first semi-final. That is the target. That's what the Royals need on a track which is not easy. 154 in 20 overs, and I reckon this is going to be a fascinating game. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back very, very soon.
The SA20 is in top gear. And the action is masterful.
God, it's brilliant.
Fast.
Oh, my dead and buried 6.
Mighty.
He's an innovator.
Don't miss a